Alright, we're back. Again, sorry for the lengthy break.
All right.
Okay. I think while we are here, we will talk to this fellow. The man before you is old. His dry yellow skin has the scars of one who has traveled everywhere, never rested long in any one place. His pinched full face is inhumanly angular, and his ears sweep out from his skull, tapering to points. He wears a loose-fitting orange tunic, and a strange, shimmering blade is strapped across his back. The blade looks to be a two-pronged glaive, made of some metal whose surface swirls like a film of oil on a pond. Greetings. The man turns to you, his eyes like polished coal. He stares through you, and for a moment, you wonder if he might be blind. The weapon suddenly turns a dead, flat black, mirroring the man's eyes. Are you alright?
Traveler.
He says nothing for a moment, merely searches your face with his eyes. Hail, traveler, he says. His voice is quiet and somber, like a wind whispering through the branches of a great tree. Hail.
Your eyes have the weight of one who has traveled far to be in this place.
The man meets your gaze, his eyes burrowing into yours. His weapon drains of its black color, resuming its shimmering you noticed before you spoke to him. You could say that. The man's gaze does not waver from yours. I am known as Dak'kon. The emphasis he places on the word known strikes you as odd, yet familiar at the same time. You are not known to me. I do not know myself. That is for the best. In knowing yourself, there would be little in the plains word left worth knowing. He falls silent for a moment, still studying you with his coal-black eyes. I would know why you've come to this city. I'm looking for answers. I have many questions. Speak your questions, I will hear you. Your features are unfamiliar to me. What are you? A Githzeri. A Githzeri of one of the people. Yes. But what are the Githzeri exactly? Dak'kon is silent for a moment, then speaks. Our history does not need to be made known to you. We would bleed to death on time's blade before I recited a fraction of the histories of our people. I don't need to know your histories, but I would know of your people as they are now. Dak'kon is silent for a moment. Know this, and accept it as an answer. We are the people who make our home upon the shifting blade plane of limbo. With a deft motion, Dak'kon slips the blade from his back and holds it before him. There, we mold the matter of limbo with our minds. We forge cities with our thoughts. As you watch, a series of rippling waves of metal begin to roll forth from the center of the blade. The pitch and crest of the waves match the inflections in Dak'kon's voice. In its chaos we dwell, with only our knowing to preserve us. We are the Githzeri. What is that blade you have moved, shifted in response to your voice? It is a Karak blade. It is an object that lets others know the rank of the wielder. Karak? What does that mean? Dak'kon falls silent for a moment, as if searching for the correct words. In your tongue, the closest translation is chaos matter. The people may shape it with their thoughts. The people? And you say they shape it with their thoughts? Karak is not shaped by heat, but by knowing oneself. It is a mirror that reflects the will of the wielder on its surface and its edge. When one knows themselves, the blade is strong, harder and stronger than steel. When one does not know themselves, the blade is as water, formless and weak. What rank does the blade signify? The blade is a symbol carried by the Zerth. The Zerth is one who knows the ways of Zerthamon. In knowing the words of Zerthamon, they know themselves. Zerthamon? Zerthamon founded our race. He knew the Githsari before they knew themselves. He defined the people, gave them one mind. Are you willing to sell it? It would become as nothing in the hands of another. The blade knows my mind, and I know its heart. We die the same death. Can you tell me about this city? It is known by the name Sigil. Among the people, it is known as the city that does not know itself. What does that mean? The city exists, but it does not know itself. And not knowing itself, its existence is flawed. How is it flawed? The city exists in opposition to itself. It has set itself apart from the planes, yet it seeks to be everywhere at once. The walls are doors, yet it keeps these doors locked. Such an existence tells of a thing that does not know itself. In not knowing itself, it is flawed. When you say the city is everywhere at once, what do you mean? It's built from doors. These doors lead everywhere. Where are the doors? They are everywhere. He falls silent for a moment. It is said that every bounded space within the city is a door that leads elsewhere. I don't understand. Imagine the door to the smoldering corpse bar door. Imagine the door to the smoldering corpse bar, which is where we are, by the way. Remove the door. The frame remains. The space within the frame is still a door. I walk through that door to get in here. It's just an open space. Many are the doors you never see. You may pass through them as if air, and not know them for what they are. They are closed to your sight and touch. And these invisible doors are everywhere in Sigil? It is... It is said every bounded space in Sigil is a door. Sorry. Just a second. It is not known for certain. Doors move, doors change, doors disappear. All are locked. Locked? The doors remain as air until you have the key that opens them. When you have the key, the doors will make themselves known to you. Hey, Tony. How do you know what the key is? Every door has a different key. Some keys are known, others are not known. What are these keys? There is as many keys as there are doors. The keys are not always things of metal. The keys can be the clashing of two swords, a drop of blood drawn from the tongue of a dying man, the memory of a past love, or an angry curse hurled at the sky. When the key and the door match, the door reveals itself. Sounds like finding all these keys and doors can be difficult. Such a task has been attempted, but never finished. As the city changes, the doors change. Nothing known remains known for long. You speak as if the city is alive. It may not be aware and know itself in the sense that you or I might know ourselves, but it lives. It grows, changes, and touches the minds of all that live here. What if the city is not flawed, and you just do not know the reasons for its contradictions? There is order in everything, Perhaps there's an underlying pattern that you cannot perceive. To your question, a question, what if the city is flawed and you see its contradictions all around you? To your question, a question, you claim the city's existence is flawed. You have accepted this rather than explore the possibility that something greater may exist. That suggests you are flawed, and that you do not search for knowledge, but only for a convenient answer. Dak'kon falls silent. There is no knowing the answer to the questions we have asked, yet the city exists, and that is all. Yet I would maintain that we know ourselves by the questions we ask, and the ones we do not. If we cease asking questions, and accept only what we can perceive, then we will cease to know ourselves. Dak'kon's voice has changed slightly, become heavier. Such words have been spoken before. I have heard them, and know them. Where? The words are mine. Once I knew them, and knew their meaning. I had forgotten them until you spoke. Dak'kon's gaze travels through you, and his blade stops shimmering, bleeding of all color, until it's translucent. There is a moment of silence. Then Dak'kon looks upon you. I would travel your path with you. I'll consider it. I had other questions first. You seem to place a special emphasis on knowing. What do you mean? All things, whether structure or flesh, their existence is defined by their knowing themselves. And if a man does not know himself? When a mind does not know itself, it is flawed. When a mind is flawed, the man is flawed. When a man is flawed, that which he touches is flawed. He pauses. It is said that when a flawed man sees, his hands make broken. Do you know yourself? He falls silent. His coal black eyes take on the same distance that you noticed when you first spoke. I ask again, do you know yourself? When he speaks, his voice has changed. His words echo. Like a great stone dropped into a chasm, it looks like he is forcing the words from his chest. It is not my will that you know this. Do you know a man named Farid? I am told he knows something about me. That one is not known to me. I've lost a journal. Do you know where it might be? The location of such a thing is not known to me. Very well. As you turn to leave, the man speaks sharply. The first time you have heard his tone change since the conversation began. Hold. The man's voice levels out. The city is not known to you. I would travel your path with you. I accept. An extra blade would be welcome.
Your path is mine.
Strangely enough, his voice seems distant, and it echoes, as if he was speaking from across a great distance. Very well. Let's go. Okay. I can't change.
Done.
Hold on, where's party formations? Could be somewhere here. I want to get well, I guess while I'm a fighter, it doesn't really matter if I'm in the front or not. So let's do, although it looks like they don't have a pattern where I put myself in the back, which is kind of annoying. But yeah, let's switch to this one. So what level is he? He's a fighter mage, multi-class, and is level 3. First, that didn't update my journal at all. I'm gonna ignore some of these yet because I haven't actually like clicked on them. We've just like been in the same area as them. Let's do that's interesting that this guy shows up here. Before you actually get him in your party. I wonder if it did that in the original. That would be a way of like knowing he's a companion. Although I also wouldn't be surprised if like the original manual told you all the companions you could have. Dak'kon is a Githzeri, one of the tight-lipped people of Limbo. They seem to have a well-developed caste system. His skin is yellow and lined. He appears to be old, and pain haunts his small black eyes. He carries a blade of Krak, a metal formed of Limbo's primal material. It shapes itself according to his moods. He accompanies you with vigor, and yet there seems to be an unwillingness into his behavior. Okay, he has a higher strength, so we'll give him the heavy stuff. AC 2, he's also got the same AC as Morty. Hey, Cass. Welcome, welcome. Oh, he could actually learn these spells. I didn't think about that. Okay, before we do that, let's finish exploring what we've got here. Dak'kon's Earth Armor. I assume I can't take that off yet.
Ceremonial armor is the symbol of Azurth. I will not part with it.
Dak'kon's ceremonial Earth Armor. It is fashioned of interlocking metal rings, formed of the same substance that Dak'kon's blade is made of. Unlike the blade, however, it does not appear that the armor changes based on the mental state of the wielder. The armor is worn over a padded red tunic, and spiked bracers and shoulder pads have been added to give greater protection to the arms and upper body. While Dak'kon's armor is similar to chainmail, it is lighter and more flexible, allowing him to wield his sword more effectively. Furthermore, it seems that when the sword and armor are used in tandem, the armor becomes even more fluid. Whether this is a unique property of Krak, or whether this is some magical effect of the two items, is unknown. Dak'kon's Earth Blade, Chained Blade. On the Githzeri's home plane of Limbo, solid matter is something of a rarity. Limbo itself is a soupy mass of elements, and only through force of will can the Githzeri shape these elements into stable matter. A substance called Krak is a material that can be shaped with the mind. Dak'kon's blade is composed of this substance. Through mental discipline alone, Dak'kon maintains the integrity of the blade. He can shape it slightly depending on his skill, adjusting its length, sharpness of the edge. Presumably, as he gains levels, he may be able to manipulate the blade in new ways. It is not known whether all Githzeri's Earth carry such weapons. Certainly a weapon that depends on the integrity of the wielder would be entrusted only to those who had learned to discipline themselves. This blade appears to have special religious significance for Dak'kon. Dak'kon has wound a series of parchments around the hilt of the blade, and these appear to be mantras dedicated to Zerthamon. The Whispering Flask invokes aid to the strength usable only by the Githzeri. This container holds a peculiar powder called the Whispering Motes, loose translation of the Gith expression, a form of healing powder commonly used by the Githzeri on the plains of Limbo. When the stopper is pulled and the spice touched on the skin of a wounded person, the spice travels through the injured person's body, generating raw matter to fill up the holes. In his physical form, no matter how small or large, in order for the spice to work, the user must concentrate on its healing effects. With the proper discipline, a practiced Githzeri can even heal the greatest of wounds. In addition to its curative properties, it is also the element in several of their rites of passage. It is believed that the spice also fills in the holes in a person's psyche, removing doubts and giving them purpose and focus.
I cannot part with that. I hear your words.
Unbroken Circle of Zerthamon. This small round stone is the Unbroken Circle of Zerthamon. The Unbroken Circle is a Zerth religious text containing the teachings of Zerthamon, founders of the Gisari people. The circle is made up of a series of interlocking circles that fold out from one another. Depending on which branch the reader wishes to follow in the path of the teachings, it is said that some Zerths spend years poring over the combinations of the plates, looking for new significance in the teachings. Dak'kon seems to use the text as a means of focusing his spellcasting abilities, where he pores over the tablet occasionally, memorizing the words.
Balance in all things.
Let's see if Morty has anything new to say now that we're out of the area. I could use some advice. What do you think we should do next? Well, here's how I see things. Go on. I think you should try to root out this Farid, wherever he set up Kip. He wouldn't have had those directions tattooed on your back if he didn't have some inkling of what was up with you. One of the locals around here has to know where he is. Good point. Actually, these seem like new, most of these are new topics. Can you tell me a little bit about Sigil? Sigil is a ring-shaped city that's squatting on top of an infinitely tall spire in what some claim to be the center of the plains. Of course, how it could be at the top of an infinitely tall spire, and how the city could even be at the center of the plains, raises some questions. Anything else? Sigil is called the City of Doors, mostly because there's a lot of invisible doors that lead in and out of it. Just about any arch, door frame, barrel hoop, bookshelf, or open window might be a portal under the right conditions. It all depends on if you have the key to open it. See, I guess the best way to explain it is, portals are sleeping, right? You could walk through them, by them, on top of them, and nothing would happen. Now, every portal has something that wakes it up. That could be a tomb you hung to yourself, a loaf of week-old Bitopian bread, remembering what your first kiss was like, and then bam, the portal gets its juices flowing, and you can jump through it to whatever's on the other side. Like where? Anywhere, Chief. Literally. Any place you can think of, there's a portal there. That's why Sigil is so popular across the plains.
Hey, what's eating you, Chief?
Morty, I don't mind you tagging along, but is there anything else you can do except chatter? Hey, chattering's my best trait. He rattles his teeth for a moment, then grins. Eh? Eh? Oh, that's good to hear. No, but seriously, Chief, I got a knack for chattering in just the right way. I can really bend an ear. You know what I'm saying? I got insults, backtalk, stuff that'll curl someone's ears into their skull, you know? How's that useful? It's one of my many talents. I call it my litany of curses. You see, sometimes I can really bend someone's ear with just the right comment. Of course, then I usually have to do a lot of running afterwards, but you get the idea. How's it work?
Updated my journal.
Well, I can spit insults at someone until they get mad enough to chase me around. And then my prove useful. Let's go.
Huh?
I think that... I didn't actually check to see if he had this previously, but what he can draw upon his repertoire of insults to taunt an opponent into lowering his guard and attacking. The target suffers penalties to hit and damage when enraged. The spell cannot target undead creatures. Magic resistance does not affect the spell. The target does get a saving throw versus spells to resist the effect, however. While the target is taunted, -2 to hit, -2 to AC, -2 to damage as penalties. Curious, is that like once
Sure, why
a
not?
day? Or does it like come back?
Filthy stinkers.
Okay. Seems like it
stinkards.
Seems like it comes back. Okay.
Hey, what's eating you, Chief?
How did you die, Morty? No idea, Chief. I kinda forgot that I died. Can't say I blame myself much. Oh, I kinda forgot when I died, not that I died. At least there was something waiting for me after I died. Even if it is life as a floating skull. I mean, could have been worse. What happened to your body? Yeah, I don't know, alright? It's just gone. He glares at you. I don't think I miss it, because I'm happy just the way I am. And I don't need your half-wit judgments or snide remarks, alright? Whatever, let's go. Come on, shake a leg. Morty glares at you. I'm not convinced that you aren't some sort of walking curse that's destined to follow me around. Look who's talking, let's go. I think that exhausted this dialogue. Let's see if Dak'kon has anything new to say. I think this one's new. Questions about the Githseri language. Can you teach me the ways in which your people speak? No, but the speech of the people has its foundation in all history. All things are a story to us. Metaphor is a tool, and an inspiration to the strength. Know that when we speak of Torig's table, remember that Torig was noted for his hospitality and goodwill. When we speak of Selkant's heart, we recall the lecherous and cruel nature of Selkant. I understand. Will you teach me? Dak'kon teaches you some of the common forms of speech. A wise man is said to have wrote the Book of Anarchs, while to accuse another treason is to remember Vilquar's eye. It is said of generous people that their cupboards are bare. Common greetings include Hail, Swordringer, and Zerkai's kin bow to you. To which one should respond, and the traveler is pleased. Dak'kon is a skilled teacher. After his instructions, you feel capable of exchanging proper greetings with other Githseri. Okay.
What is your will?
I wanted to ask you about our travels. Okay. Thought I've already asked him about... Same about those two. Can I talk to you about your teachings? Can you teach me anything of the weapon craft? Shakes his head. I can redirect one towards the craft of war, but I cannot advance their skill. My weapons are not of steel, but of will, and knowing of the self. Very well, if I ever need to resume the fighter profession, I'll ask you. What about the art? Know that I am not a teacher in this, but know that I may serve as a guide. I do not know how humans come to be versed in the art, but when you learn the art, return and ask again. Okay. I'm trying to remember if I get spells from him, even if I'm not a magician yet. I guess we can try it and see. Actually, let's check his spells to start off with. This is basically magic missile by another word. Submerge the will. AC of 2. It's either shield or armor. That looks like blind. Scripture is steel. And that looks like bless, essentially. Okay.
I hear your words.
They don't last very long, though. Okay. I was worried that when it said like quick save, I wasn't actually doing the non-quick save. But I think it's working, it's just not displayed in the log. Okay. I wanted to click on this and use this. This small round stone appears to be a religious text that Dak'kon carries. It's made up of a series of interlocking circles that fold out from one another. The complexity of the plates and intricacy of their links prove the text was constructed by a master artisan. You can't figure out how to unlock the plates, however. Maybe I have to be a mage before I can do that?
Balance in all things. What is your will?
I'm gonna guess that's the case.
I'm gone.
Okay. Alright, let's go back to, oh. Thugs are,
It is I shall
coming
serve,
after us.
All right.
and do your path is mine.
Done.
I hear your path is mine.
Done.
Oh, we got a lot of them, after us.
Karak sings true.
Nice.
Yeah?
All right.
Huh?
Done.
Did you see that?
All right.
I'm, staying out of range because my, even though I'm a fighter, my armor class is terrible.
I will hear
This guy's
you.
trying to run away.
There cannot be two skies.
Get him with the magic missile.
All right.
Shoot.
Done. All right.
Yeah.
Karak sings
I don't know
true.
how I feel about the, polluting damage numbers. It is like the, default thing, but I may get rid of them because I think I can.
All right.
Okay. Alright, let's go back to where we were previously before we sidetracked ourselves down here. Damn it. More, thugs aggroing on us.
Done.
Touch the valley.
I wonder if this has like if I can set my characters like script in this like you can in Baldur's Gate. I don't know where it is, but that's the case, but maybe I'll work on that later. I'll look that up later.
Karak sings true.
I like his
All right.
critical hits when he gets them. Karak seems true.
All right.
Like a cool blue slash.
Damn.
Come back here.
Damn it.
Should really like should try and like corner from a different angle or something. Okay, let's go with this stuff real quick. You can just run away from these guys if you want. They're like annoying you, and there will definitely come a point in the game where I will just run away from thugs.
Done.
You'll notice that I regenerate health slowly, but I do. Okay, I have to take a super quick break. I'll be right back though.
I'm gone. All right.
Okay, so this is where I came out of the mortuary from the portal. Okay, these are, thugs. We saw a couple of those guys turn hostile in the other area. So they start off in neutral, but they seem to have like some, like random chance or something to go hostile. See Hive Dweller, Harlot. These are unnamed people. There's a mad woman running around here at times. Or she's a clueless who went barmy trying to find her way home. Well, if it ain't me very own dark savior. Took your time in coming around, you did? I was starting to think you wouldn't be coming by at all, Blood. She starts to rummage around in her belt pouch. Wait patiently. Good and dead, just like you said you'd be. And that's how I like him. Here's your blood money, Cutter. That ring I promised you. Fare you well. I had some questions. No, Cutter. It's been a good long time, it has. But it best not be seen talking to you. He had friends, and I think they have a feeling about what happened. We won't speak again. Okie dokie.
Done.
I didn't even know that was a
I'm gone.
interaction. I usually don't bother talking to unnamed characters. Let's give Morty the various scrolls. I assume I can drop these, but I'll worry about that a little bit later. What's this dirty rat charm? This cranium rat tail is particularly filthy and smells faintly of vomit. The tail is stiff like a wire, and it can be bent into different shapes. It would almost make a great lockpick, except it's too thick. Bust by thieves. When this rank charm is consumed, the user temporarily becomes much stealthier and shiftier, giving them a greater chance of success with hiding in the shadows and pickpocketing people. People viewing the charmed individual will detect something unsavory about him, however, reducing first impressions accordingly. This unsavouriness will last only as long as the charm is in effect, however. I can't remember if I installed the mod to have more things stackable. I think maybe the rings and bracelets weren't stackable by default. But I may have that mixed up.
What's up, Chief?
Okay. I'm probably going to look up if any notes or anything I should bother keeping. I'm guessing I can just toss them, but I'll double check that when I'm not streaming.
Done.
Hey, more unnamed people. You see a somber, pale-faced dust woman in black robes. She is staring into the distance and doesn't appear to notice you. Yes, I had some questions. You know someone named Farrad?
Updated my journal.
Farrad is a collector. If you'd wish to know more about him, I am told that Initiate Emmerich and the Gathering Dust Bar also seeks him. It may be that he can help you. Where's that? Southwest? Alright. Looking for a lost journal. Have you seen one? Nope. Okay, you actually seem to be getting information by talking to random people. The woman... You see a woman dressed in faded, patched-up clothes. She glances at you as you approach, but turns away quickly, as if unwilling to make eye contact with you. She glances at you again, gives you an ice-cold look, and turns away. She turns again, and this time, you see a dagger in her hand. Leave me to dog, or I'll be jabbing this where you'll never be finding it. Just had some questions. She makes a semicircle over her heart with her free hand as if to ward off evil. They have nothing to say to you. Be gone. See a tired-looking woman dressed in a tight leather bodice and leggings. The odor of cheap perfume surrounds her like a cloud, and her face is covered with a mask of crude makeup. Why don't you stay and chat with me a bit, love? Greetings. The woman looks coyly at you. Yeah, you look to be a blood who's lost something. Mayhap I can help you find it, Cutter? She smiles slightly. Oh, what good fortune. We probably lost what we were looking for back at your kit, miss. Actually, I'm missing a journal. Eh? What are you on about? Never mind. One frowns. I'm not a tout. Unless you got some jink to pay for my time. I can pay you how much? For a handsome basher like you. She gives a wide smile, revealing a row of dirty teeth. 3 coppers will be enough to loosen me tongue. She licks her lips and frowns. Other questions of a deeper chant will cost you more, though. Okay, here's 3. Aye, then. Can you tell me about the city? City? What about it? Where is it? Or what is it? What sigil, you mean? She shrugs, looks around. It's a city beneath your feet, and rising to either side of you. Makes a visitor's stomachs gallop, it does. Where is it? Center of the plains, to hear it told, if you believe that wash. Why is it wash? She smirks. Well now, love. According to graybeards and scholars and governors and all the rest of them rattling their brain boxes, they says the plains go on forever. Who's to say where the center is? Can you tell me what's interesting around here? Depends on your interest, Cutter. Looking for a good time. I already made you an offer, love. It's not an unfair price. Don't know where else you might be enjoying the delights you'd have with me. What else? I'm looking for work. You're asking me? What, you thinking of becoming one of the sisterhood, are you? She nearly buckles over in laughter. The screeching is similar to a drunken harpy's. Eventually, the gales of laughter subside, and she takes a deep breath. You're a rich man, you are. Fine, I have some other questions. Looking for someone named Farrad. Farrad? Now that's one of the greater darks, love. You be wanting to know about that blood. That'll be thrice the coppers of a normal asking. Fair enough, here's 9. She gives you her coin at once over, then shrugs and pockets them. What you be wanting to know about old Farrad? At that price, anything you can tell me about him. Chant is he's a collector's boss. There's a whole bunch of bloods in his shadow. Where can I find him? Now, no one knows for sure, but if I were to suggest a place, love, I'd say Ragpicker's Square. Ragpicker's Square? Aye, a big old heap of rags and trash 3 blocks due west of the mortuary. All the collectors stake their kip there. Chances are, Farrod's got his kip there too. What's a collector? You know, them sods that pick up debtors for Jink. A sorry lot. They that gather bodies? Why? 'Cause they don't got the looks to do what I do. Looking for a journal. No idea where'd you find such a thing, love? You might look elsewhere. I know some places you might start. Okay. 250 gold for 12. Chief, can you sport me some Jink? It's been a long time, it has. I'm not even going to ask how you intend to accomplish this. The woman breaks in. It's twice the cost for a Mimir. Or any other degenerate. Mimir? Mimir is a talking encyclopedia. That's me, Chief. I see you. Okay, I'm gonna do this because I think it can lead to an ability. See, well, don't sweat it, Morty. From the looks of her, I'm probably saving you from dying twice. May a pox shrivel your innards! Ye have the stinking fashion sense of a goat herd, and you're twice as ugly.
New taunts, alright.
Morty stares, hypnotized, as the harlot lets loose a stream of obscenities. At the end of the verbal avalanche, Morty is silent for a moment, then turns to you. Wow, Chief! I got a few more taunts for the old arsenal. He turns back to the harlot, who's catching her breath. I'm also in love. So,
What's the word, Chief?
that should increase his ability. I don't know exactly how that works.
Yeah.
But I do know that if you can gain him curses, that will make his ability better over time.